The member for Port Adelaide.
Well, thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is again to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister and the Energy Minister have apparently assured their party room that they would not put a price on carbon or allow carbon trading. But their latest energy policy certainly seems to put a price on carbon and involve carbon trading. Given that it looks like a goat, walks like a goat and bleats like a goat, will the Prime Minister now accept the reality of his own policy, or will he continue to pay homage to the volcano gods on his backbench?
Members on my left, the Minister for the Environment and Energy.
Flip the switch to border bill. You know they've given up.
Members on my left. The Minister has the call.
Mr Speaker, for all those people listening at home that are struggling with their power bills, particularly in South Australia, the pensioners, the workers at the steelworks at Whyalla, those at the Port Pirie smelter, those in the member's own electorate of Adelaide Brighton and Port Adelaide, what do you think they're thinking about the political games of those opposite, Mr Speaker? What do you think they're thinking, Mr Speaker? Do you think that they're belittling the fact that they're belittling $115 a year saving reflects badly on those opposite, particularly because when they were last in office, power bills went up by 100%, Mr Speaker. 100%, Mr Speaker. Then we had that dirty dozen of policies, Mr Speaker. We had hundreds of thousands of jobs lost in the small business sector. We had the dreaded $15 billion carbon tax, Mr Speaker. We had that great democratic experiment, the Citizens' Assembly, Mr Speaker. We had the cash for clunkers, Mr Speaker. We had the pink bats. We had the ETS. We had the CPRS, we had the EIS, we had the carbon tax, Mr Speaker. We had every policy under the sun, Mr Speaker. And now the Labor Party's been presented with what they have asked for, an opportunity for bipartisanship based on expert advice. And as I said to the House, this has received widespread support from groups like ACCI that says this policy ticks the boxes of lower prices, increased reliability and meeting our international target. And the Australian Industry Group, representing more than 1 million employees, said the plan gives the electricity sector a great deal of flexibility and it gives welcome recognition of the imperative of maintaining Australia's trade competitiveness. And the National Irrigators Council in all the regional areas across the country had said this package is welcome. And what about the Manufacturers Australia, who said they've welcomed the government's new energy plan? And what about APIA, who represents the gas companies, Mr Speaker, who said this national energy guarantee strengthens reliability, Mr Speaker? What about Energy Consumers Australia? I thought that those opposite worried about consumers. It said this policy is welcome because it integrates the need for reliable power and emissions reduction in the electricity sector at least cost for consumers, Mr Speaker. And what about PwC, Mr Speaker, who said it provides a long-awaited certainty, reliability and affordability medicine we have been looking for to treat the ills of our energy market, Mr Speaker. This is why this policy put forward by the experts is deserving of bipartisan support. And if you don't support it, we will, because we believe in lower power prices and a more reliable system.